Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to War Thunder with WeBe. Today we're going to be flying out the Canon Canberra, the BI6 Canberra, the last Canberra you get in the British tech tree. Now you will have to excuse me for my absolutely horrible voice. I've currently got a cold, unfortunately, so you have to bear with me. I've got a stuffy nose and a few other things, so and a sore throat, so I won't be as enthusiastic as I would normally be, and it might sound that I'm, yeah, choking on, I don't know, an orange. Shut up, it's the best I could come up with. Anyway, welcome to War Thunder again. Korea, as a matter of fact, with the Canon Canberra. Now, the Canon Canberra is a rather odd plane. Not because it's got guns or anything, it's because I'm not actually entirely sure how you're meant to fly this thing. From what I've worked out, I tried using it in its actual role, you know, ground attack, stuff like that. It doesn't work. It don't work at all. So what I've worked out, or what I've tried to do, is I've used it as a high altitude bomber, and then I also use it as a fighter. So basically what I do is I climb to altitude, which I wouldn't normally do in a Canberra. Normally I go like low at treetop level. So this is a bit, you know, odd for me to do this. So I climb to altitude, so I'm basically higher above everyone else and they can't engage me initially. Then what I do once I've dropped my bombs is then I dive to engage them. That's what I've kind of worked out. So drop your payload first, then start looking to engage the enemy, because that's kind of what I've worked out works best at the moment. The Canon Canberra, the payload I've got on is 5 1,000-pound bombs and 2,000 rounds worth of ammunition for the Hispano Mark 5s, the quad Hispano Mark 5s, I might add. This thing is pretty much a monster. Essentially, that is what it is. It's unbelievable, this thing. Unfortunately, the first game I played today in this thing was on Bulge against the Germans. I did amazing on that. I killed a 163, a MiG-15 and a CL-13, and I wasn't recording because, you know, reasons. So this was the best next gameplay I could find, because I generally don't play a plane for too long, otherwise I'll get bored of it. So I kind of like try and pick the best gameplays out of what I've recorded for that plane. So this is probably the most interesting because I do bombing and shooting. In this game I kill a IL-28 and I kill a MiG-15 too. So that's always pretty darn snazzy. But if you're thinking about grinding this thing, I highly suggest you do, because it is worth it. It does do its job very nicely. It's a mix between what you're used to with the Canberra, but also what you're not used to. Because, like, for example, with the Canberra you've got at the moment, the bomber variant, the B2, it's odd because that thing, you could easily rip your wings in a turn. I haven't managed to rip my wings in a turn in this thing. I don't know why. Maybe because, I don't know, maybe the B6 had extra or reinforced wing structure for GeForce turn. I have no idea. But you'll see me throwing this thing around the sky like at 500 plus miles an hour with not a single fucks given. So I don't know what's going on here. I mean, to me as well, this is a completely stock plane apart from the bombs that I bought with Golden Eagles. Because, you know, bombs are always nice. This is a completely stock aircraft. I haven't even got the airframe upgrade yet. So for a stock aircraft, this thing is fantastic. It gets the job done. I can see why it's at the barrel rating it is. Whether it deserves to see MiG-15 bisses or not, I'm not entirely sure. The standard MiG-15, yes. IL-28, yes. MiG-9, yes. CL-13, possibly no, really. Not sure. I'll have to play this a bit more and then I'll come back to you on a later video. But, I mean, you see here, look, I don't manage to pull much more than 7G in the Canberra. And I'm doing pretty hard turns. I mean, you see here, well, I'm going at least 500. 7G, yep, it's absolutely fine. Normally in the normal camera, you would have ripped at that. In this, it doesn't seem this is the case. I don't know, maybe I'm just flying it right. This thing also has a very high top speed over the other camera. Stock. I was hitting 660 miles an hour easy in a straight line in this thing. It really is. I think what's happened is in the turning on the Canon Canberra they've added compression. I think that's what's happening. So that the compression doesn't actually allow you to be able to rip your wings. I think you would have to pull an extremely hard turn to be able to rip your wings. I mean, you see here, it's kind of like in the actual normal camera, I would have turned at that. But I think it's because this one has compression. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I'm testing. Oh, damn, that guy got wrecked. And I nearly did as well, nearly flew into him. Anyway, I see the friendlies are over there, obviously having a little dogfight of their own. Still quite a few of them left on the map, which is surprising. So, you know, I may as well go have a look, see what's over there. I do get shot down in this game, unfortunately, by the MiG-15, but it's kind of a trade-off because what was quite nice is that my engines actually ended up dying anyway, so I kind of would have gone down, but it was kind of nice to go down and get a kill, if that makes sense. I don't get this MiG-15, if you're wondering, but it's one slightly later on when I'm attacking ground units. But this thing really is a very good multi-role, I was tempted to say fighter, bomber. It's good at what it does. It really is. I mean, you can go bombing bases because you're only 1,000 pound less than your standard Canberra bomb load. So it's near enough got the same bomb load. It's got 2,000 rounds of Hispano Mark 5 ammunition. It's technically faster. It doesn't rip as easy. Climb rate's amazing. The only thing that this thing struggles with is getting guns on target. The rudder on this thing is god-awful. I haven't yet compared the normal camera to this camera, but something definitely feels different. I think they have changed the rudder around on this thing. I think. As you see here, flying over the base. Oh, look, there's 2 dots on the airfield. Oh, how convenient. It's a shame I didn't have any bombs. That would be quite hilarious, but I could have bombed them if I kept mine, actually, thinking about it. But this plane is absolutely phenomenal. It really is a good plane. It really is. As you see, look at this thing turn. It's like, nope, I don't care. Look at it. It's just, yep. Who cares about G-forces anyway? I would have ripped in a normal Canberra doing that. Oh, IL-28's arch enemy of Canberra. Not anymore. This thing, it is rather good. It's definitely a plane I'm happy I got. Because at first I didn't know how to play it. I was like, what? How the hell am I meant to play this thing? But I think I've got it nailed now. So I might do a how to Canberra video, maybe, possibly soon, TM. But as you see, I just kind of like want to get a shot in because, you know, assists. But unfortunately, Hispanos aren't exactly the most accurate, so I kind of just spray and hope for the best. There we go. Now, that's 1 kill to my name already, plus a bombing point and a bit of the airfield taken out. Now, I have a dilemma here, because I can go and help the guys out back at base, or I can go for some ground targets. Now, I actually decided to go for ground targets, because ground targets is kind of what this thing was designed for in the first place, you know, attacking ground units, light vehicles, infantry, you know, installation, stuff like that. So I thought, alright, we'll have a go at trying to use it in its actual role. This paid off quite well. I did get a few ground units destroyed, but as I said, unfortunately, I come across a MiG-15, which isn't all that fantastic, really, let's face it. MiG-15s are kind of evil in a sense of things. Oh yeah, and I'm running on 1 engine, because, you know, reasons. What I'm actually unsure of is, in the end, why I actually was losing airspeed at such a big rate. Because I still had 1 fully functional engine. As you can see here, I'm still, you know, pretty fast. So I was kind of confused as to why I lost so much airspeed. Maybe it was because I just lost energy. I'm not entirely sure. It must have been, because I have no explanation of how both of my engines died or lost power. I know 1 did, but the other one should have still been working absolutely fine. So whatever. I'm sure somebody will explain it to me at some point, eventually. But I did consider going back to base. I really did, because, you know, damaged engine, would I make it back? But I thought, is there much point? Because by that time, probably both the enemy aircraft would be shot down anyway. Now, obviously it didn't, because I had to find a MiG-15. But I do decide against going back to base, because I've only used what? I can't really see that properly, but it's something stupid, about 400, 500 rounds of ammunition. Still got another 1,000 and a bit left, you know? So I may as well use it. It's so hard to run out of ammunition in this thing. It's ridiculous. It's like you have to kill a lot or miss a lot to be able to, you know, completely run out of ammunition in this thing. It's almost like it's unlimited. It really is stupid. As you see here, I'm going in for a few gun target runs on a few little pieces of AA and armoured trucks, because, you know, why not? Now, around about now is kind of where you see the airspeed starting to hit hard. Only having 1 engine in a bomber, quotation marks, like this, it can be quite, yeah, devastating in comparison. So don't try and fly a Canberra on 1 engine. That's, well, when it's not upgraded at least. When it's stock, don't try and fly 1, because you can see I'm losing a lot of airspeed here. But I didn't understand why my second engine started to get damaged. I really couldn't understand it, because I didn't get hit in that engine. I did get hit in the fuselage, but not in the engine. So I don't know. Very odd. Very, 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 very odd. There you go. That's the thing that hit me, and I don't think that hit my engine. So, you know, reasons. As I turn around here, it's basically coming to the end of the game. People warn me there's going to be a MiG-15 coming your way. Look out, sort of thing. I zoom in, I see him. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. 1v1 me. Da-dum. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. This will be glorious. See what I mean? Now my airspeed starts dropping off. No clue why. So I would have gone down eventually anyway. So I thought, you know what? I'm firing my laser. And he got me too. But, yeah, pretty good game. So I hope you enjoyed the Canon Canberra. If you did, make sure to click that like button below. Subscribe if you're new around. Fucking cold. Subscribe if you're new around there for some more War Thunder content. Take care, guys. I'll see you next time. Fuck that. Get the hell out of here, you little shit. Fuck that. No. Please excuse my language. Oh.